guys, it's the Fisher Brad, and in today's video, I'll be giving you guys some tips which are very important for beginner fishermen. These tips will help you catch salmon in multiple bodies of water, like fishing from beaches, in lakes, or in rivers. Now, before you go straight to what I'm fishing with, please make sure you listen to this. It will help not just you catch more fish, but also everybody else fishing the same exact locations. Me being a big fisherman, fishing after all different kinds of fish, I have two different bait shops I love going to. I love going to Anderson's Pro Bait, that's located in Port Huron, because they always have a lot of great lures that I am always wanting to fish with. If you're ever in the area, make sure you check them out. They're open 7 days a week, and you can call them 810-984-3232 for the fishing report. The other tackle shop I always go to is located in Davison, Michigan, and that's Davison Grab Bag. They have great customer service. Every time you walk in, you're greeted at the door and they ask you, hey, what are you fishing for? And can I help you find anything? They give great recommendations. My favorite thing about that store is they have a great selection of rods. I actually picked up this rod right here. It's the Akuma Solilo 10 to 30 pound rated rod, and it's 9 foot long. It is great for tons of salmon action. It has great flexibility and it allows you to keep your fish on very easily. Right here, I have the Pafluger President 3000 spinning reel. It's a really great reel to use. A lot of people always ask me what kind of line I use when casting for salmon with lures. I use Trilene XL smooth casting 14 pound monofilament line. For casting lures for salmon, I attach a barrel swivel with a snap to easily switch out my lures. I have a ton of great content already filmed coming out for you guys, but this video is going to go over the Mepps spinner. This is my all-time favorite lure. It's what I started using when I first started fishing with lures, and they have great color schemes. You can catch multiple species like salmon, trout, pike, walleye, everything bites these lures. And they don't bite just one size, they bite multiple sizes. So you have to pretty much have a lot of different sizes and a lot of different colors. I will be going over with you some of the colors I have in my tackle box so you guys can pick up a few. As you can see here, I have lots of variety of different colors. I have fire tigers, chartreuse, pink, red, rainbow trout colored, orange, yellow orange, basically every color, because every different day is different. Sometimes when it's sunny, they like dark lures. Sometimes when it's dark, they like colorful lures. So this may sound stupid, but for the first tip I have for every new beginner salmon fishing, the one thing you don't want to do is cast and reel in towards the fish. The most effective method for fishing for salmon is to cast straight on out and then reel in. I found it to be more effective when I don't watch my lure in the water. When I watch my lure in the water, you can actually see the salmon following it from far away. This will generally make you get very excited, and you'll either change up the speed, you'll either reel in faster, or you'll reel in slower. If you focus on just watching the background, not really paying attention to the bottom of the water, you will get more strikes because you will stay consistent speeds. One thing to keep in mind is that these fish might have never seen a lure. These fish come from the big lake and enter the bodies of water like rivers and are very easily able to catch on lures as long as you do it the proper way. You also have to remember the prey and predator concepts. So generally, when you cast your lure out, you want it to look like a prey item. If you reel it directly towards a salmon, it's going to think, okay, this thing is not scared of me. Obviously, it is not prey. It is not natural. You want to try to keep your bait looking as natural as possible. I typically find that using small lures later on in the day is more effective. Maybe it's because it's brighter out, maybe it's because the fish can see easier, I'm not really sure, but that's just my own experience on catching fish. While I'm reeling in my line, I am going to a slow to medium pace. Make sure you pay close attention to my hand. You will see I'm not going very fast. The next most important tip I have for you guys is to keep trying. Sometimes in certain days, I will cast 100 different lures just trying to find the one that they will want to bite. These fish will bite lures, so please keep trying to do it the right way and casting straight on out, reeling it back in, throwing it out in the water. If it's not wet, it's not going to get bit. Once you hook these fish, since these fish are well known to jump, you will want to try to retrieve them in as fast as possible. I normally try to reel my fish in right to the wall as soon as I get the bit. I don't let these fish generally run like a king salmon in a river would because you'd want them to stay calm. There's a lot of open water, so if they do try to splurge around, you can generally get them easily into the net. My next tip is if you are using a very long net, make sure you retrieve the net in hand over hand. This will allow your net not to bow or bend or eventually break. Generally, I have always noticed over the years fishing that these fish tend to stack up during storms. So if you know a storm is coming, chances are there will probably be lots of fish pushing in. There are some days where the fishing is phenomenal. You will get fish left and right. You will see fish all over. And there will be some days where you won't see the fish. I typically find that the days you don't see the fish, you catch the most fish because these are fresh fish pushing in. Sometimes you will catch fish on your first cast. Sometimes you might not catch a fish for the first 3 or 4 hours. The peak bite time changes daily, I found. The next tip I have for you guys is to make sure you dress warm in multiple layers. As you can see here, I am decked out. I have jacket, bibs, and winter gloves made by Runkle. I love these winter gloves made by Runkle because you can have them being fingertipless. So if you have to tie up some rigs, it is very easy to do. Yet when you get colder, you can put the mitten part of the glove over your hands to keep your fingertips warm as well. To save 15% off all Runkle gear products, you can use the code BD2RUNKLE2, all in caps. This will allow you to save lots of money, and you can get some great products. Now that about wraps up almost all the tips I have for you guys, so now I'm finally about to show you guys some fishing action. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you catch some fish. Also, if you see people that are targeting salmon in the wrong way, maybe mention giving them some tips in order to help them land some fish. This will not only help them catch fish, but it will also help you catch fish because it will make the fish less skittish. I worked a 16-hour shift, then we drove for 4 hours, we fished for 7 hours and no bites, and then we switched over to the lake side instead of the inside of the pier side. And, oh, right there, right there, right there! Oh, I struck at it twice, and this is the first time. It is killing. Woo! Try not to, yeah. So go hand over hand next time. So alright guys, just got my first fish of the day. First fish of the day for me. Number 4. Black and red map. You can touch it if you want. Fuck yeah. Oh shoot! Almost! There's your limit too.